I'm the Scrub, and you're here for one reason.
Located in the heart of Azazla, this museum of ancient elegant artifacts offers a diverse suite of pristine quality exhibits. Nestled in the beautiful Fractal Continuum, this exhibit is open to the public with donations of generosity and courage to keep our bustling museum thriving. We have excellence and innovation at our fingertips to have engineers and students alike draw their inspiration for the future of Eorzea through our collection and preservation of our stunning exhibits. Safety is our top priority here at the museum, as we want our environment to be friendly and unintimidating so everyone has the opportunity to expand their own inquisitive mind.
Monsters breaking out of cages can be a regular occurrence. Please consult with safety personnel and security to notify them of any monster escapes. Safety cannot be guaranteed. By entering the museum, you agree to the terms and conditions set by the museum. Personal injury, liability, and death is not the fault of the museum or its staff.
Time to learn about the Fractal Continuum hard. Simplified. Pull and kill the first pack you encounter as you head forward. Watch out for the prototype claws that can cast the Hand, which is a conal AoE with a small knockback if you get hit by it, and Shred, which is a straight short line AoE that will stun you for a few seconds if you get hit by it. When everything has been defeated, the transportation pad at the end of the platform will light up. Step on this pad and you will be launched to the next platform. You can stagger the pulls on this platform if you want. Pull the Minotaur and Claws. The Minotaur will cast 16-ton Swipe, which is an untelegraphed conal AoE cleave, and 128-ton Swing, which is a big circular AoE. Both of these moves give a large knockback if you get hit by them. You can continue moving forward and pull the next pack with the Chimera. It can cast a conal AoE of Dragon's Breath and also a casting move of Dragon's Voice, which is a large donut AoE. Both dragon moves will give you an Asundable Paralysis debuff if you get hit by them, and the Dragon's Voice is interruptible. If you move forward too far across the platform, another Chimera and Minotaur will spawn at the end of the platform. Kill everything and the transportation pad will light up, allowing you to travel to the first boss. The Mother Bit will have a bunch of smaller bits around it on the floor. It will cast Electrochemical Transfer and tether itself to all of the smaller bits. The smaller bits will either move around the arena and target random players with straight line AoEs, which are easily dodgeable, or the bits will line up with the boss in a straight line and be connected by a long orange tether. If you run into the orange tether, you will be severely knocked back and given a Vuln stack. When the orange tether is created, the bits will all face the same way and cast Citadel Buster. This is a half room cleave in the direction the bits are facing. If you get hit by this, it is a very heavy hit with the damage down, so you want to get behind the bits before the tether is created. The Mother Bit will also target a random player with Elegant Gravity. This is a small AoE below that player's feet. When this AoE goes off, it will linger with a purple AoE with a small orb above it. If you walk into this AoE, it will drag you in, hit you for half of your maximum health, and give you an Asundable heavy debuff. The boss will repeat mechanics until it has been defeated. Interact with the Elegant Teleporter at the end of the arena to be transported to the next area. Walk forward and pick up the trio of enemies. Continue through the opening, down the ramp and around the corner. Group everything up and mow it all down. Watch out for the small AoEs cast by these mobs, especially the Viper's Regorge, which will give you an Asundable Poison debuff if you get hit by it. When everything has been defeated, you can walk forward and the door will open. Turn left and pull everything all the way down to the end of the corridor. Watch out for all of the AoEs from the enemies. Kill everything and a small section at the end of the wall will be blown away. Jump down the hole and it's second boss time. Etherplasm is a tank buster. Many times during the fight, it will turn to a random player and cast Citadel Buster, which is a straight line AoE. Just move to the side of wherever he is facing to avoid it. If you stand in this, you'll be given a Vuln stack. At times, the boss will also give one player a stack marker with the cast of Mass Etherplasm. Group up to share the damage. The boss will cast Primordial Ether and tether itself to one of the 3 primal images of the Warring Triad on the outside of the arena. If you haven't done those fights yet, here are some guides. Go do them. They're pretty good. The boss will then cast Cerulean Vent, which is a room-wide AoE and a knockback. If it absorbs Sephiroth, it will give all players a small point-blank AoE. Don't spread out too much with these and also don't overlap them. Put them as close to the wall as you can on one side of the arena. After they go off, they will begin to expand into very large green bubbles. Standing in these will give you a Vuln stack for every tick you're inside it. If it absorbs Sophia, 2 players will get a circle of opposite colours, either purple or white, that will slowly close in on the players. The players with the circles will need to pair together to negate the effects of the circles. If you don't stack up by the time the circles disappear, the purple circle will give an Asundable debuff of reduced immunity, and the white circle will give an Asundable bleeding debuff. The circles of Sophia will repeat with the other 2 players in the party. If it absorbs Zervan, players will be given either the debuff of Infinite Ice or Infinite Fire. Players will need to stand in the same circle as their debuff. Orange circle for fire and light blue circle for ice. If you don't do this correctly, you'll be given the dot tick of Infinite Anguish. If no one manages to stand in a circle, it will explode and give everyone a Vuln stack. When all 3 primals have been cycled through, the images on the outside will reset and mechanics will repeat until the boss has been defeated. Head through the next area. Turn left and pick up all of the slimes and head into the open room on the left. The Chimera in this room can perform Ram's Voice, which is a medium-sized point-blank AoE around it. It will give you a Frostbite debuff if you get hit by it, but the cast is interruptible. Once you get the Chimera down below 60% health, a Minotaur will burst through the glass. Stay here and kill everything. Head through the now broken opening and down the ramp where you pick up another pack of slimes and a pair of mobs at the end. Kill everything and the terminal on the right at the end of the path will change colour to blue. You can now interact with it and the door will open. Follow the path and enter the open room on the left. Pick up the trio of mobs and as you move forward, another Minotaur will break through its glass. Kill everything and the next security terminal will change colour to blue. Interact with it, the door will open and you'll head down the ramp to the final boss. If you have decent DPS, you'll skip some of these mechanics. The Ultima Beast will raise its claw in the air. air. It will spin in place and hit anyone within melee range, so if you see the boss raise its claw in the air, just move away from it for a few seconds. It will also raise up on its hind legs. This will be a very large donut AoE from its position. You need to be inside its hitbox to avoid the attack. There will be a small fire orb with a proximity marker somewhere in the arena. This is the move Flare Star, and you'll want to get away from this to reduce the overall damage to you. After it goes off, there will be a lingering medium-sized puddle where the fire orb was. Don't run into this or you get a burns debuff for as long as you're standing in it. The tank will be targeted with a flare marker. Tanks and the rest of the party will need to separate as this acts as a personal proximity marker. Move away from the tank to reduce the overall damage to you. The cast of Elegant Gravity will mark every player with a purple AoE with a large purple orb above it. Spread out and don't overlap these. Healers, make sure the players are topped up as this hit will be half of everyone's maximum health. The boss will mark one player with a move called Light Pillar. This will be multiple AoEs that will spread out in several straight lines from this player's position. Dodge them as best you can as it moves across the platform. The best way to deal with this is to spread out towards the wall as the cast is happening, as the Light Pillar AoEs will stop when they get to a wall. So you can attempt to place it near a wall and have a larger safe spot to quickly walk into when it spawns on you. Its cast of Forlorn Beast will give itself a damage up. After it gets a damage up, it will cast a room-wide AoE, Demi Ultima. If you get hit by certain mechanics after he powers up, he will give you a vuln stack. This fight does have an enrage. After you get its health down enough, it will begin a slow cast of Demi Ultima. If you do not kill the boss before this move goes off, you will wipe and start the fight again. Just burst the boss down before this cast finishes. Congratulations, you have beaten the Fractal Continuum again. My name is The Scrub. Thank you for watching.